Have you ever wondered how the same planet can give birth to creatures that survive both frozen ice and burning fire? It sounds like something out of a fantasy movie. But these birds, they're very real. Right now, while you're sitting in comfort, some of them are raising chicks on glaciers, and others are strutting across deserts hot enough to melt your shoes. From penguins that march through blizzards, to flamingos turning salty lakes into pink mirrors. Every one of them has a story that'll make you rethink what extreme really means. One can fly from pole to pole without a break. Another carries water in its feathers like a living canteen. And somewhere out there, a falcon is hunting under the northern lights. So here's the question. Which bird truly rules the edge of survival? The ones forged in ice or those born in fire? Stay with me till the end, because by the time you meet all 20 species, you might just have an answer. Ready? Let's fly. You think you're a traveler? Nah, let me introduce you to the world champion of frequent flyers, the Arctic tern. This tiny white bird doesn't just travel far, it laps the planet every single year. Picture this. You wake up in Alaska, grab a snack, then fly all the way to Antarctica for a bit of sun. Then you're like, hey, getting chilly again. And boom, you're back up north before your feathers even molt. That's what the Arctic tern does. Over 40,000 miles a year, without Wi-Fi, coffee, or a frequent flyer card. Here's the kicker. It's not a one-time stunt. This bird repeats the trip for about 30 years. Add that up, and you get roughly 1.5 million miles. That's like flying to the moon and back 3 times. Tell me that's not wild. And while most of us complain about a 2-hour delay, the Arctic tern crosses oceans, storms, and hemispheres just to find more sunshine. Yeah, it literally chases summer, always living where it's bright, never dealing with winter. Kind of the original digital nomad, don't you think? Mini debate time. If you spend your whole life migrating between 2 ends of the earth, do you belong anywhere? Or are you a citizen of the sky? I mean, the tern doesn't even build a fancy nest. It's like, nah, I'll just Airbnb this patch of tundra and move next season. Here's another fun twist. Scientists found that Arctic terns often take different routes going south and coming back north, like they're sightseeing. Imagine being that committed to adventure. Meanwhile, I get lost 2 exits off the highway. So what do you think drives them? Pure instinct? Or maybe, just maybe, a bit of wanderlust coded in their DNA? Because honestly, if a bird can circle the planet just to stay in the sun, what's our excuse for not seeing more of the world? So here's my question for you. If you could trade places with the Arctic tern for a year, endless daylight, no bills, just flying from summer to summer, would you do it? Or are you staying home with your heating bill and Wi-Fi? Your move, traveler. All right, time to turn up the heat, literally. Meet the greater flamingo, the bird that looked at a desert salt lake and said, yeah, this seems like a great place to stand forever. These long-legged drama queens live in some of the driest, saltiest, and most sun-baked places on Earth, where water looks like glass, and walking barefoot would be a bad life decision. Yet somehow they thrive there, dancing through shimmering mirages like it's a runway in Vegas. Now here's the fun part. That famous pink color? Not natural. Flamingos are born gray. Their glow-up comes from eating tiny shrimp and algae full of carotenoids, the same stuff that makes carrots orange. Basically, they eat bad lake soup until they turn fabulous. Imagine your diet literally painting your outfit. Oh, this shade? It's lunch. And when the heat gets brutal, flamingos don't bail. Nope, they stand on one leg to stay cool. Scientists say it helps conserve body heat, but I say it's just their way of saying, balance, darling. It's a lifestyle. Ever tried yoga in 120 degrees? These birds make it look easy. Now here's a twist most people don't know. Those endless pink flocks you see? That's teamwork. They feed, fly, and even dance in sync to find mates. Picture thousands of birds doing a synchronized salsa under the desert sun. It's equal parts beautiful and weirdly hypnotic. Mini debate break. Are flamingos the most extra birds on Earth, or just the best at self-marketing? I mean, they turned a survival strategy into an Instagram aesthetic. That's branding genius. And here's a fun fact that'll mess with your head. Some colonies can reach over 1 million birds. A literal pink sea that moves and hums like a living flame. You could see it from space. Not bad for a bunch of shrimp-eating fashion icons, huh? So next time you see a flamingo lawn ornament, remember, the real ones are out there wading through boiling salt, standing on one leg and proving you can survive anywhere. As long as you look good doing it. So tell me, if survival required you to eat pink soup and stand on one leg all day, would you do it for the aesthetic? Or would you just melt into the sand like the rest of us? All right, let's chill things down again. And I mean really chill. Meet the emperor penguin, the heavyweight ruler of the frozen South. This bird doesn't just live in the cold, it owns it. Picture this, wind speeds that can knock you flat, temperatures dropping to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and not a single tree, bush, or even rock to hide behind. And what do the emperor penguins do? They march 60 miles across solid ice, on foot, to have a baby. Tell me that's not the definition of commitment. While other animals migrate away from the cold, these guys walk straight into it. They breed in the heart of the Antarctic winter, because apparently summer would be too easy. When the female lays an egg, she's like, honey, I'm off for food. And the male, he stands there for 2 whole months, balancing that egg on his feet, wrapped under a flap of skin, while blizzards rage around him. No food, no nap, no Wi-Fi, just pure dad energy. Here's your first fun fact. During that time, he loses nearly half his body weight. That's the most extreme dad bod transformation in nature. And yet, when the chicks finally hatch, the dads still manage to keep them warm until the moms return. Romantic? Maybe. Insane? Definitely. Mini debate time. If penguin dads can handle 2 months of Arctic babysitting without food, shouldn't human dads at least survive 1 grocery run with a toddler? Just saying. And fun fact number 2, these birds huddle together in giant groups to survive. They rotate positions like a perfectly organized football team. The cold ones move to the center, the warm ones take the win. No drama, no politics, just teamwork. Humans could take notes. So what do you think? Are emperor penguins the ultimate family men? Or just gluttons for punishment? Because honestly, walking 60 miles in a blizzard to babysit an egg sounds like something even love wouldn't make me do. Still, they pull it off, year after year, proving that in the coldest, darkest place on Earth, warmth isn't about temperature, it's about loyalty. Okay, time to crank up the thermostat again. We're heading straight into the blazing heart of the Sahara. Meet the ostrich, a bird so big, so confident, it looked at flight and said, "Hey, too mainstream." This is the world's largest bird, standing up to 9 feet tall, weighing more than 300 pounds and still fast enough to outrun a lion. Yeah, while other birds are out here flapping like maniacs, the ostrich just sprints. 45 miles per hour, legs like turbocharged pogo sticks. Basically, it's a dinosaur that never got the memo about extinction. Here's your first fun fact. Ostriches have eyes bigger than their brains. No joke. Each eyeball is about the size of a billiard ball. That's why they spot predators from miles away. Or, why they always look so shocked. Fact number 2, they don't actually stick their heads in the sand. That's a myth. When danger comes, they crouch low so their necks blend into the ground. From a distance, it looks like hiding. Up close, it looks like, I'm not dead, just pretending to be landscaping. Now think about it. This bird lives where shade is a rumor and water's a luxury. It can go days without a sip, cooling itself by panting like a dog. And when it does find water, it bathes like it's starring in a desert spa commercial. Sand facials, anyone? Mini debate time. If you could run 45 miles an hour but never fly, would you take the deal? Because the ostrich made that trade ages ago. Wings for horsepower. Personally, I'd rather sprint past traffic than deal with TSA. Here's a twist. Ostriches lay the largest eggs of any bird, each about the size of a cantaloupe, strong enough to hold up a human kid. Imagine brunching on that omelet. That's like a week's worth of breakfast in one shell. So what do you think? Is the ostrich the ultimate desert survivor, or just nature's overconfident track star? Either way, it's proof that you don't need wings to soar. Sometimes you just need really good legs. All right, pack your coat again. We're heading back to the land of snow and silence, where the wind bites harder than coffee on Monday morning. Meet the rock ptarmigan, nature's ultimate master of disguise. At first glance, you might not even see this bird. That's because in winter, it's white as snow, and in summer, it turns brown like the rocky tundra. Yeah, this little fluff ball literally changes outfits with the seasons. Some call it camouflage. I call it fashion with survival instincts. Fun fact number 1, that color change isn't just for show, it's about survival. In the Arctic, everything wants to eat you, and standing out is a death wish. So while we stress over winter jackets, the ptarmigan just grows a new wardrobe. Feathers so dense they cover even its toes, keeping it warm and invisible at the same time. Talk about cozy couture. Fun fact number 2, when blizzards roll in, the rock ptarmigan doesn't fly away. It burrows into the snow. Yeah, straight up digs itself a personal igloo and chills inside until the storm passes. Meanwhile, I lose feeling in my hands just taking out the trash in December. Now here's a fun thought. If survival was about style, would you pick invisibility or resilience? Because this bird's got both. It's like the Arctic's James Bond. Silent, smooth, and always dressed for the occasion. Mini debate break. Do you think the ptarmigan knows how good its camouflage is? Like, do you think it ever looks down and goes, "Dang, where'd my feet go?" Or does it just vanish by accident and freak out its friends? Here's another twist. Even when predators like foxes or owls come close, ptarmigans stay still, not frozen in fear, frozen in strategy. Because moving means death, but patience means dinner. It's the ultimate poker face in the snow. So what do you think? Is the rock ptarmigan a genius survivor, or just the world's fluffiest ninja? Either way, it proves one thing. In a world of extremes, sometimes the smartest move is to blend in and wait for spring. Okay, buckle up. We're leaving the snow and hitting the asphalt. Welcome to the American Southwest, home of the greater roadrunner, the bird that looks like it just escaped a cartoon chase scene. Yeah, that roadrunner. Beep, beep. This little speedster doesn't mess around. It may only stand 2 feet tall, but it can sprint over 20 miles per hour across blazing sand. Coyotes? Forget it. They're not catching this feathered bullet. It's the desert's Formula One racer. No pit stops, no mercy. Fun fact number 1, the roadrunner's speed isn't just for show. It hunts while running. We're talking lizards, snakes, even scorpions. Yep, it'll grab a rattlesnake by the tail and slam it against a rock until dinner's ready. Not your average bird feeder moment, huh? Fun fact number 2, this bird is built for heat. When the desert turns into an oven, it lowers its body temperature at night, then warms up by sunbathing in the morning. Wings spread, chest out, soaking rays like it's at a desert spa. Imagine a tiny bird doing hot yoga at sunrise. That's basically the vibe. Mini debate time. If the roadrunner can outrun snakes, skip water for days, and still look cool doing it, should we call it the most underrated superhero of the desert? Or just the world's sassiest lizard hunter? Here's a wild twist. Roadrunners pair for life. Yeah, they're loyal speed demons. When one finds a mate, they court by bringing each other food. Romantic, right? Except it's usually a dead lizard. Nothing says love like, "Hey babe, I killed this for you." Now think about this. This bird lives in a place where water's rare, shades a rumor, and everything wants to bite you. Yet somehow it thrives. Sleek, fast, fearless. It doesn't complain. It just runs through the heat and makes it look effortless. So what do you think? If you had to pick a survival skill, would you rather fly above danger or run straight through it? Because the greater roadrunner chose speed over wings. And honestly, looks like it's doing just fine. All right, time to cool things down again and meet a bird that could outstare winter itself. The snowy owl, pure white, calm as ice, and looking like it just escaped from a fantasy movie with a better stylist than all of us. Now here's the thing. The snowy owl isn't just beautiful. It's a straight-up Arctic assassin. It hunts in broad daylight, which makes sense because in the Arctic, the sun basically never sets. No night vision needed when you live where night is optional. Fun fact number 1, these owls don't hoot. Nope, they bark, hiss, and sometimes scream like a cranky cat in a snowstorm. Imagine hearing that echoing across a frozen plain. Yeah, cute, but terrifying. Fun fact number 2, they can eat entire lemmings in one bite. Not nibble, swallow whole. A single owl can scarf down more than 1,600 lemmings in a year. It's like nature's vacuum cleaner on wings. And here's the part that always gets me. The snowy owl's feathers aren't just for warmth, they're soundproof. When it flies, you hear nothing. It's stealthier than a ninja in a snowstorm. So while you're trudging through winter and 5 layers of regret, this bird is gliding silently over the tundra like, shh. Dinner time, mini debate time. If silence is power, who's more dangerous? The lion with a roar or the owl that kills without a sound? I don't know, but I'm betting on the one with the glare that could freeze your soul. And here's a twist. Snowy owls don't stay frozen up north all year. Sometimes they migrate south just to surprise us. One day you're in Boston minding your business and boom, there's a ghost bird staring at you from a rooftop. You don't see it, it sees you. So what do you think? Is the snowy owl the Arctic's silent guardian? Or just nature's creepiest roommate? Either way, it's proof that not all predators roar. Some just watch, wait, and strike when the snow falls. All right, let's turn up the heat again and step into the golden grasslands of Africa. Here comes the secretary bird, the sharp-dressed snake hunter with legs like a runway model and attitude like an action hero. This bird looks like it just walked out of a business meeting and straight into a brawl. Long legs, slick feathers, a punk rock crest, and eyes that say, I don't negotiate with reptiles. Seriously, if James Bond were a bird, this would be him, in heels. Fun fact number 1, the secretary bird doesn't hunt from the sky. Nope, it walks for miles. In the blazing African sun, stomping through tall grass, looking for trouble. When it spots a snake, even a venomous cobra, it strikes with lightning-fast kicks that can crush a skull in one blow. Yeah, one kick. Instant game over. Fun fact number 2, that killer move is pure precision. Its legs have special tendons that snap back like springs, delivering force with deadly accuracy. Scientists measured it. Those kicks hit harder than a heavyweight boxer. Imagine wearing skinny jeans and still winning every fight. Mini debate time. If you had to face danger, would you rather fly away like a coward or kick it in the face like a boss? Because the secretary bird made its choice loud and clear. Here's a twist. Despite the name, this bird has nothing to do with office jobs. The secretary title came from early explorers who thought its black feathers behind the head looked like old-fashioned quill pens. Cute, right? Except those pens are now weapons. So yeah, world's deadliest secretary. Now picture this, sun beating down, heat waves rising, a snake slithers through the grass, and here comes the secretary bird, striding in slow motion like it's in an action trailer. Kick, pause, victory pose. So what do you think? Is this bird nature's most stylish assassin, or just a bossy office worker with anger issues? Either way, next time you see a snake, you'll wish you had those legs. Okay, grab your oxygen tank. We're climbing high for this one. Meet the bar-headed goose, the bird that makes Mount Everest look like a scenic detour. Every year, these geese migrate from India to Central Asia. And instead of going around the Himalayas like a normal, sane creature, they fly over them. Yeah, right through the jet stream, where oxygen is so thin you'd pass out just thinking about it. They're literally winging it at 29,000 feet. the same height commercial planes cruise at. No cabin pressure, no snacks, just vibes and hypoxia. Fun fact number 1, scientists once put them in wind tunnels to figure out how they survive. Turns out their blood is like turbocharged oxygen glue. It grabs every bit of air it can and squeezes it straight into their muscles. Basically, they've hacked the system, nature's version of premium fuel. Fun fact number 2, they don't flap constantly up there. They glide. They time their flight with mountain winds, saving energy like pros. Meanwhile, I'm gasping for air after one flight of stairs. Respect. Mini debate time. If you could go anywhere in the world, would you take the easy path or fly straight over the impossible one just to say you did? Because these geese don't just travel, they conquer altitude itself. And get this, their migration isn't for fame or thrill. They're chasing warmth, food, and survival. Every feather, every heartbeat, perfectly tuned to defy gravity and logic. It's like Mother Nature looked at Everest and said, "Bet you won't." And the goose replied, "Hold my worm." Here's a twist. Even at those altitudes, they never fly alone. They move in tight V formations, cutting wind resistance and sharing the load. It's teamwork in the sky, pure and simple. Because even the strongest flyer knows you go higher when you go together. So what do you think? Are these birds fearless explorers or just adrenaline junkies with feathers? Either way, next time you're on a plane, look out the window. You might just see one cruising by. No ticket, no turbulence, just pure freedom. All right, folks, let's drop out of the clouds and into the sunshine again. Meet the hoopoe, nature's little flame with a hairstyle that screams, "I woke up like this." This bird looks like it belongs in a rock band. Orange crest, black-tipped feathers, and a call that literally goes, "Hoop-hoo, hoop-hoo." Yeah, it's named after its own catchphrase. Tell me that's not peak confidence. Fun fact number 1, the hoopoe's got one of the weirdest superpowers in the bird world. It uses its beak like a jackhammer. It drills into the dirt hunting bugs, worms, and grubs that other birds wouldn't dare touch. Basically, it's the handyman of the savannah. When life gives it hard ground, it just pokes holes until something moves. Fun fact number 2, this bird is also one of the best pest controllers in nature. Farmers love it. It digs up insects that destroy crops, and in return gets an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's a win-win deal. Though personally, I'd pass on beetle larvae for lunch. Mini debate break. If usefulness made you famous, would you rather be beautiful and lazy or weird-looking but irreplaceable? Because the hoopoe's rocking both funky style and a solid resume. Now here's where it gets juicy. The hoopoe also has one of the strangest defense systems ever. When threatened, it sprays a foul-smelling liquid from its tail glands. Yeah, weaponized stink. Think skunk, but with better hair. Predators take one whiff and immediately reconsider their life choices. And yet, somehow it's still considered sacred in many cultures. In ancient Egypt, they called it the messenger of the sun. In the Bible, it's a royal bird. Even in modern times, it's the national bird of Israel. Not bad for something that farts perfume of doom, huh? So what do you think? Is the hoopoe a beautiful hero or just a stylish troublemaker with bad manners? Either way, it proves one thing. You don't have to fit in to stand out, especially if you can clear a room without even trying. All right, back to the cold. And I mean the kind of cold that freezes your eyelashes before your coffee cools. Meet the king eider, a duck so outrageously dressed it looks like it's late for a royal parade on ice. Picture this, a plump, round body built for Arctic seas, feathers so thick they could insulate a freezer, and a face painted like a cartoon king. Sky blue head, orange bill, green cheeks. If Mother Nature ever had a fashion week, this guy would close the show. Fun fact number 1, king eiders live in water so cold it could literally kill you in minutes. But they don't just survive, they thrive. They dive over 150 feet deep under ice-cold waves to hunt clams and sea snails. They even swallow them whole, shells and all, like it's fine dining. Meanwhile, I can't even get in a cold shower without spiritual regret. Fun fact number 2. These ducks migrate thousands of miles every year, flying from Arctic breeding grounds to slightly less freezing coasts. And they do it in massive flocks, sometimes tens of thousands strong, creating these living, shifting mosaics across the sea. It's like synchronized swimming, but with better feathers and less choreography. Mini debate break. If you had to live in freezing water your whole life, would you evolve to love it or just constantly regret your choices? Because the king eider doesn't complain. He's out there flexing like, ice bath? Every day, baby. And here's a twist. Male king eiders only wear their royal colors during breeding season. Once the romance is over, they molt into plain brown feathers, basically switching from Netflix heartthrob to dad in sweatpants overnight. Nature's version of turning off the charm when the job's done. But here's the thing. Under all that glamour and chill, the eider is one of nature's toughest survivors. It braves the Arctic Sea, raises chicks on melting tundra, and still looks like it walked out of a Norse legend. So what do you think? Is the king eider the Arctic's most fashionable hero, or just proof that even ducks can have better skincare routines than us? Okay, time to leave the frost and dive straight into the glow of an African sunset, where the sky burns red and pink, just like the bird we're meeting today. Say hello to the carmine bee-eater, the flaming arrow of the savanna. This bird looks like it was painted by sunset itself. Crimson body, turquoise wings, black eyeliner sharper than your ex's comebacks. Seriously, if color could flirt, this one's doing it full time. Fun fact number 1. As the name gives away, these guys eat bees. Yes, stinging, buzzing, bad-tempered bees. They catch them mid-air with perfect aim, then whack them on a branch, like a tiny hitman, just to squeeze the venom out before swallowing. No beekeeper suit, no fear, just pure style. Basically, they turn danger into dinner. Fun fact number 2. Carmine bee-eaters are social. I mean, really social. They nest in colonies that can stretch for miles, carving tunnels into riverbanks where hundreds of them live side by side. It's like a giant bird apartment complex. Bright, noisy, and full of drama. Imagine living next to 1,000 tiny winged neighbors that all sing before sunrise. You'd need serious patience or earplugs. Mini debate time. Would you trade peace and quiet for a life filled with color, chaos, and constant company? Because these birds seem to love the noise. Their sky literally shimmers when they take off together, a flying sunset over the desert. And here's a twist. Carmine bee-eaters love to hang around big animals like elephants or buffalo. Why? Because when those giants walk through the grass, insects scatter everywhere. Free buffet. It's the smartest third-wheel move in nature. No work, all reward. Now think about that attitude. Fearless, adaptable, radiant. It's like the bird version of someone who laughs too loud, dresses too bright, and somehow makes everyone else look boring. So tell me, if you could live like the carmine bee-eater, fearless and fabulous under the hottest sun, would you take the sting for the style, or keep your quiet life safe, beige, and bee-free? All right, grab your gloves again. We're heading back into the Arctic, where the wind slices like glass, and only the bold survive. Meet the gerfalcon, the heavyweight champion of the frozen skies. If the Arctic had a superhero, this would be it. First impression? It's big. Wingspan up to 4 feet, talons like steel hooks, eyes locked on target. This bird doesn't just hunt, it demolishes. While other birds glide peacefully, the gerfalcon dives like a missile, hitting speeds over 100 miles per hour. Somewhere between elegance and pure chaos, it's nature's version of a fighter jet with feathers. Fun fact number 1. This is the largest falcon in the world. It hunts everything. Ducks, gulls, even other falcons. Yeah, apex predator status. Imagine showing up to a bird party and realizing you're the main course. Fun fact number 2. It's a master of endurance. Gerfalcons don't migrate south for comfort. They stick to the Arctic all year. They'll perch on cliffs, watch snowstorms rage, and go, "Yeah, this is fine." It's like the bird equivalent of that one guy who wears shorts in winter just to prove a point. Mini debate time. What's more impressive? Raw power or sheer resilience? Because the Gerfalcon's got both. It doesn't need warmth, luck, or backup. Just wings, hunger, and maybe a little arrogance. Here's a twist. For centuries, Gerfalcons were prized by royalty. Vikings, Mongol emperors, even European kings used them for falconry. If you owned one, it meant you had power. Kind of like driving a Rolls-Royce with feathers. But here's the kicker. Despite its fame, the Gerfalcon's success isn't about aggression, it's about control, precision. It waits for the perfect moment, then strikes with surgical accuracy. No wasted energy, no drama, no second chances for the prey. So what do you think? Is the Gerfalcon the ultimate survivor, or just nature's overachiever showing off? Either way, it proves something deep about the Arctic. You don't need to escape the storm when you are the storm. All right, let's turn the thermostat back up, way up. We're leaving the Arctic chill for Africa's open savanna, where the air shimmers, the grass glows gold, and the sky looks like a painting you'd hang above your couch. Right in the middle of it all, the lilac-breasted roller, the bird that said, "If you've got it, show it." No exaggeration. This bird looks like a walking sunset. Turquoise wings, lilac chest, emerald back, sky blue tail, every color on the palette. Boom, right there in one bird. If nature had a Best Dressed award, the roller would win every year. Fun fact number 1, this bird doesn't just fly, it performs. During mating season, the male puts on an air show, twisting, looping, diving through the air like a stunt pilot, all to impress the ladies watching from the treetops. Think Top Gun, but with feathers and zero ego management. Fun fact number 2, their bright colors actually help them survive. Predators think, "Oh no, that's too obvious. Must be poisonous." Spoiler, it's not. It's just fabulous and fearless. Sometimes confidence really does keep you alive. Mini debate time. Would you rather be quiet and safe or bold and unforgettable? Because the roller doesn't do subtle. It's like the friend who walks into a room and instantly steals all the attention, and you kind of love them for it. Here's a twist. In many African cultures, the lilac-breasted roller is seen as a symbol of peace and celebration. Tribes release them during ceremonies, believing their flight brings good luck. So yeah, this bird isn't just eye candy. It's basically a flying blessing. And get this, when predators show up, instead of hiding, the roller takes off higher, flashing those neon colors like a dare. Catch me if you can. Pure chaos, pure confidence, pure vibe. So what do you think? Would you rather blend in with the dust or burn bright like the roller, even if it means standing out to every hungry hawk in the sky? Because some creatures survive by hiding and others survive by being too beautiful to ignore. Okay, grab your jacket again. We're heading to the cliffs of the North Atlantic, where the wind howls, the sea rages, and one brave little bird dares to call it home. Meet the black-legged kittiwake. The name's fancy, but the lifestyle? Pure chaos. Imagine living your whole life on the edge of a cliff, hundreds of feet above freezing waves, trying not to get blown off every 5 seconds. That's Monday for the kittiwake. They nest on vertical walls so steep even mountain goats would swipe left. Why? Because no predator wants to risk the climb. It's the ultimate "you can't sit with us" neighborhood. Fun fact number 1, kittiwakes have built-in landing gear. Their webbed feet are black and slightly sticky, giving them grip on icy ledges slicker than an oil spill. They literally cling to life, one toe at a time. When chicks hatch, they learn balance before flight. That's like teaching a toddler to skateboard before they walk. Fun fact number 2, these birds are ocean pros. They can spend months at sea without touching land, sleeping while floating on waves or gliding above storm clouds. Their sense of direction? Flawless. Mine can't even handle Google Maps with full signal. Mini debate time. Would you rather risk falling every day for freedom Or play it safe and live somewhere boring? Because the kittiwake's chosen cliff life, and somehow it works. Here's a twist. Climate change is hitting them hard. As oceans warm, their fish disappear. Colonies that once numbered in the thousands are shrinking fast. But the kittiwake, still fighting, still nesting, still screaming its name into the wind like, "Not today, extinction." And yes, that call, Kittiwaka, is how it got its name. It's loud, whiny, kind of adorable. Like your coworker before their morning coffee. So what do you think? Are these birds fearless cliff warriors or just adrenaline junkies with feathers? Either way, they prove one thing. Home doesn't have to be comfortable. It just has to hold you when the wind blows hardest. All right, let's step back into the heat. The kind of heat that melts your brain just for thinking. Welcome to the desert, where everything is thirsty and survival takes creativity. Enter the sand grouse, the bird that literally carries water in its belly feathers. Yeah, you heard that right. This little feathered camel figured out how to turn itself into a flying canteen. While most birds would be gasping for a sip, the male sand grouse soaks up water at distant oases, then flies miles back across the desert to bring it home to his chicks. The feathers on his belly act like tiny sponges, holding enough water for an entire family. Dad of the year, anyone? Fun fact number 1, these birds don't just survive in heat, they love it. Their feathers reflect sunlight like desert mirrors, keeping them cool enough to fly when it's 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, I complain when my car AC takes 10 seconds to kick in. Fun fact number 2, sand grouse chicks can't drink yet. Their tiny beaks can't handle it. So when Dad arrives, they literally suck water from his feathers. Yeah, it's weird. It's adorable. It's basically nature's reusable bottle program. Mini debate break. Would you rather live where it's too hot but have the best survival hacks? Or chill somewhere easy but boring? Because these birds picked challenge mode and turned it into a family tradition. Here's a twist. Predators know the water routine. Falcons and foxes lie in wait near watering holes. So every trip is a gamble, life or thirst. And still, the sand grouse goes, day after day, because some things are worth the risk. That's dedication, or insanity, probably both. And get this, when flocks take off at sunrise, they form perfect formations, wings flashing like gold in the first light. It's silent, beautiful, and fleeting, like the desert itself. So what do you think? Is the sand grouse a genius of adaptation or just the world's most overworked parent? Either way, it proves that love and hydration find a way, even where life shouldn't exist at all. Okay, time to slide back into the cold. And I mean the kind of cold that makes your soul question its life choices. Meet the Adelie penguin, the little tuxedoed powerhouse of Antarctica. Cute? Sure. Harmless? Not even close. This bird might look like it's late for a wedding, but it's basically a tiny gladiator in formal wear. Adelies live where the temperature drops below -50 degrees Fahrenheit and the wind can knock you over. And yet somehow they waddle around like it's just another day at the office. Their secret, teamwork, stubbornness, and a total disregard for comfort. Fun fact number 1, Adelie penguins are construction pros. They build nests out of pebbles, one rock at a time, stealing from neighbors whenever possible. Yeah, straight up theft. They'll sneak over, grab a stone, and waddle away like, what? I found it here. It's like suburban rivalry, but colder and cuter. Fun fact number 2, they can dive 575 feet deep looking for krill. That's almost 2 football fields underwater, and they can hold their breath for 5 minutes. So while we're gasping after a cold shower, they're out there deep diving for sushi. Mini debate time. If survival meant stealing from your neighbor, would you do it? Because in Antarctica, sharing isn't caring, it's losing. These birds know it, and honestly, they don't feel bad about it. Here's a twist. Despite their goofy walk, Adelies are bold. They'll march up to a seal 10 times their size and start yelling until it moves. Imagine being that confident. You're 2 feet tall, yelling at a sea monster like, Hey buddy, you're in my spot. That's energy I want for Mondays. And here's something else. Every year, Adelies return to the exact same nesting site. Through blizzards, melting ice, and shifting seas, they find their way home. Because even in the most unforgiving place on Earth, loyalty still matters. So what do you think? Are Adelie penguins adorable heroes or tiny ice criminals with good PR? Either way, they prove that courage isn't about size. It's about showing up even when your toes are frozen. All right, things are heating up. Literally. We're landing on the Galapagos Islands, where the ground still remembers the last volcanic tantrum. And right here, stalking the black lava rocks like a silent shadow, lives the lava heron. The bird that said, "Yeah, molten stone sounds like a great neighborhood." At first glance, it's not flashy, all smoky gray and calm. But that's the trick. This bird is a master of stealth. It blends into the dark volcanic rock so perfectly that fish swim right up to it, and that's when the ambush happens. One quick strike, boom. Lunch is served, nature's version of the ultimate ninja move. Fun fact number 1, this heron's feathers can literally shimmer blue-green under sunlight, like cooled lava turning to glass. It's subtle, mysterious, and totally metal. Literally volcanic couture. Fun fact number 2, while most herons migrate, the lava heron says, "Nah, I'm good." It stays year-round on the Galapagos, living off tide pools and patience. It's the bird equivalent of that friend who never leaves their island Airbnb. Mini debate time. What's cooler, shining bright like a flamingo, or blending in so perfectly you become part of the landscape? Because the lava heron shows invisibility, and it's absolutely killing the game. Here's a twist. When it's nesting season, this chill little bird turns aggressive. It'll chase away intruders, puff up its neck, and squawk like it's ready to throw claws. You'd never expect that kind of attitude from a bird that looks like it does yoga by the ocean. And get this, the lava heron even hunts in lava pools still warm from eruptions. It waits until molten rock cools just enough for life to return, then moves in first, claiming new ground like nature's opportunist. Talk about finding calm in chaos. So what do you think? Is the lava heron a genius minimalist or a thrill-seeking pyromaniac in disguise? Either way, it's proof that you don't need bright colors to stand out, just nerves of steel and really good timing. All right, buckle up. We're flying to the sunburnt heart of Australia, where the air shimmers, the ground cracks, and the horizon goes on forever. And up there, slicing through the heat waves like a shadow of fire, soars the wedge-tailed eagle, the red desert king. This bird doesn't just fly, it owns the sky. Wings spread over 9 feet wide, dark feathers blazing against the sun, eyes locked on prey from half a mile away. If confidence had feathers, it'd look exactly like this. Fun fact number 1, wedge-tailed eagles don't flap much. They glide. Effortless, elegant, and terrifying. They ride thermal air currents, using the desert's heat to stay aloft for hours. It's the bird equivalent of solar power. No gas, no rush, just chill domination. Fun fact number 2, they're opportunists. Sure, they hunt rabbits and lizards, but they're not above scavenging roadkill when it's convenient. You could say they're both the hunters and the cleanup crew. The ultimate desert multitaskers. Mini debate time. If survival meant doing whatever works, would you keep your pride or take the shortcut? Because this eagle doesn't care what anyone thinks. It just wins. Here's a twist. Their nests are massive. Some can reach 10 feet wide, reused and rebuilt year after year. When you're royalty, you don't rent, you renovate. They even line the nest with fresh leaves, not for decoration, but to keep out parasites. That's right. Interior design meets pest control. And get this, the wedge-tailed eagle has attitude. When humans enter its territory, it'll dive bomb aircraft, slamming into wings like, "This is my sky, mate." Pilots call them aerial bullies. I call it setting boundaries. So what do you think? Is the wedge-tailed eagle a noble guardian of the outback, or just a desert diva with anger issues and great wingspan? Either way, it proves one thing. In the land of fire and dust, you don't rise above the heat, you become it. All right, here we are, the grand finale. We've crossed ice and fire, from penguins to eagles, and now we end where flame meets ocean. Meet the red-tailed tropic bird, the island phantom of the Pacific. A bird so graceful, so unreal, it looks like someone painted it straight out of a dream. Pure white body, long crimson tail feathers that trail behind like ribbons of fire. When it glides over volcanic islands, the contrast is unreal. White flame against black rock, wings slicing through sea breeze and heat haze. If poetry could fly, this would be it. Fun fact number 1. The tropic bird spends most of its life at sea. It only comes to land to breed, usually on remote volcanic islands, where barely anything else can live. It doesn't need trees, just a flat rock and a good view. Talk about minimalist living. Fun fact number 2, it's a master pilot. Its long tail isn't just for show, it's a steering tool, allowing it to twist and dive through ocean winds with pinpoint precision. Imagine surfing the air above coral reefs, turning every gust into choreography. Mini debate time. What's more powerful? Endurance, like the Arctic tern, or elegance, like this? Because the red-tailed tropic bird doesn't conquer extremes. It dances through them. Here's a twist. These birds nest where lava once flowed, raising chicks on cliffs carved by fire, surrounded by endless ocean. No fresh water, no shade, no comfort, just survival through sheer beauty and grace. It's like they were born to prove that fragility can still be fierce. And get this, when light hits those tail feathers at sunset, they glow like burning threads in the wind, a living symbol of the balance between destruction and creation. So what do you think? After everything we've seen, who rules the edge of survival? The birds of ice or the birds of fire? Maybe the answer's both, because whether it's freezing cold or burning hot, life finds a way, and sometimes it looks breathtaking while doing it. So, what did we just witness? 20 species, from the blinding snowfields of Antarctica to the burning deserts of Africa, from penguins that waddle through blizzards to eagles that surf the thermals of hellfire. Different worlds, same heartbeat, the wild rhythm of survival. When you think about it, these birds don't just live at the edge, they define it. The emperor penguin walks 60 miles through a blizzard just for family. The bar-headed goose climbs above Everest like it's a morning jog. The sand grouse carries water across a desert because love said so. And the red-tailed tropic bird, it turns molten islands into floating art galleries. Each one, a story of evolution, stubbornness, and style. Proof that life doesn't wait for comfort zones, it thrives right outside them. Here's the real takeaway. We humans chase balance, warmth, safety, the middle ground. But nature thrives in extremes. It laughs at limits. It paints beauty in the hardest places, and somehow every brushstroke breathes hope. Mini debate time. If these birds can cross oceans, outlast ice ages, and raise chicks in lava fields, what's our excuse for giving up when life gets a little uncomfortable? Maybe the point isn't choosing between ice or fire. Maybe it's learning how to live between them, to stay cool under pressure, burn bright with purpose, and keep flying no matter how rough the air gets. So next time you see a bird in the sky, don't just see wings. See centuries of instinct, resilience, and wild freedom stitched into every feather. See a reminder that even when the world freezes or burns, life still rises. And maybe, just maybe, we're all a little bit bird inside. Some of us made for ice, some for fire, but all of us made to fly.